Yep, shadow is perfectly fine.
Very well then.
A goat?
Yeah.
A goat's okay.
Right. As you all exit the side of the side of the moon, you are then followed towards a path um, towards the center behind the two villages. Again, a decent trek beyond what used to be the valley, where like a flat surface where the arena was, made up. Um, it one second, where is it? There it is. And you then all approach um, as you go closer, you approach what would be the center um, of said valley, and in it there is I would say a very big, almost castle, but it clearly has the features of a temple. I've tried to find anything of the sort that would remotely look like the idea of my temple. I have found none, so I will just kindly ask for your imagination to run wild on that. Um, Again, the temple on the left and the right side, one side mostly has um, golden adornments with white stones. The other side has more of like opal to white to blue to stones, and the hue that is reflected upon it through the imaginative heavenly bodies, the moon on the right and the sun on the left, reflecting those features make it all the more of a spectacular view. Um, as you approach, you can see maybe hundreds of guards, either in sight or hidden from plain sight around these valleys. This is like for you all, um, it is quite something. Charles, you have never met so many guards in a single place. Sabine, just as well. As for Hannah, neither. Corrine and maybe even Skux, you have seen in certain cities, maybe even your own, for you, Corrine, where not even royalty had that many guards stationed in a single spot. Um, it would have been difficult to approach this place without having any form of invitation. Um, and as you approach, you are then met with I would say not beautiful, but with an open, a front row, uh, where the floor is also changes from the grass towards a marble floor casing. One side yellow to goldenish, the other side blue to opal to a more um to a more uh, I would say shiny, almost like ocean-like color. And we're going to change the scene. Hope everything is in order. All right. You may place your characters over here.
Ping again?
Get the base now.
Oh,
I think I placed myself, but it's still black.
Still black. I will
vision?
see how to fix that. It should be in daylight, unless it like undid itself. Uh, it should be explorer mode and daylight mode is on, so everybody should have vision. Let me see if
Try
your
again.
tokens have. No, your character is on it. Give me a moment. Okay,
Okay.
everybody's character is on.
I
Going to
can see
try.
fine.
You can see fine. All right, that's
Yeah.
already good. Ah, there it is. The issue. Um, it seems I forgot to update Lilia's token on that front. Lilia, does the satyr have dark vision?
Maybe? I don't know.
Well, it
No?
should be in your traits and skills.
It does not appear to be there as far as I see, but then again,
Then
I'm
you
also
don't.
pretty
Okay.
I don't think traits,
Wow.
skills, traits.
Can you see now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Cox, can you see?
Yes.
Okay.
Though it does look like there's some. It does look like there's like a light around us.
Yes. So it is sometimes very annoying because you place your character, but you can't see your character and you cannot see the surrounding environment, and then you can, when it's completely black. So what I do is that I make it so that all tokens always passively emit not like a dim light within just 5 feet, so that you can at least know where your token is and where you want to place it. Kind of
Right.
like just around you. Even in darkness, if you put your hands in front of you, there is that slight outline that you can still see regardless. And
Because it just made the map look like it's supposed to be dark, but I have dark vision, so I can see.
yeah. It's a weird interaction. Maybe it's because of this effect. Oh yeah, and the low light should be on this, and that vision is on, and then I just need to update the default tokens. Charles, can you see?
What can I see?
Can you see? Can your character see? Oh god damn it! I hate this stem.
I see.
Okay.
I even see what's behind that big gate.
Yeah. Those are open doors. They are purposefully so. And my game crashed. Okay, need to relog.
Oh no. God is dead. Panic.
Finally.
God was never here to begin with. Magic is fake, made up by the government. They're all planting tadpoles in their head. Just be careful.
Alright, let's see. Dynamic lighting.
Conspiracy theorist.
They get funnier every year.
5 feet. Okay. Peter, can you see?
Yeah, I saw the first time I went in.
Okay.
Same here.
Sabine, can you see? Alright, great. So everybody can see. So. So. You approach, like I said, you see the switching of grassland to a marble floor, specifically made for this ginormous temple itself. Although not visually on the map, there are a multitude of either guards and maybe even like lower ranked priests, some of them with buckets and mops together, and they just like scrub the floor continuously, keeping it glowing ever so more. And it's a quite lively thing going on and about. On the left side, on the golden marble floor, you can see from a distance as you approach the temple, Nostora and Damien, both left and right of Sunalena, who looks not very impressed. She is a bit more stoic. There is an impassive face, but it doesn't take a lot for everybody to understand that she is not pleased at all. Conversely, on the right side, on the opal sea blue floor, marble floor, you can see that Monatria is accompanied by Boreal, and next to Boreal you can actually see Eros as well. There is a little icon for you to see. Here you go.
Oh god.
That is
He
one
looks
I
amazing
hate
necklace.
him.
amazing.
He
That's
has a
great.
long neck.
Yeah, he has quite the long neck. Exposure to many alchemical fumes do stuff like that. Considering he is, I would say, a very elongated halfling.
Not
Um,
a long halfling.
um, you can approach a bit closer if you wish to.
Speedrun.
As you approach, you can see Sunalena like uh, sort of like squint her eyes a little bit, unimpressed by your appearance. Nostora gives a slight smile. You can see Phaeline as well, twirling around her in a soft pace. She waves just as Phaeline does. Damien, though, stays
I wave.
unmoving. You cannot see his face because it is covered by his helmet. And he's just in a stance with his spear, with the sunlight spear next to him. Boreal is there with a faint smile, but sometimes you can see him dart his eyes towards his right from time to time. His weapon sheathed, unlike Damien, who has it unsheathed and in a standing position. Eros is very distracted. He looks left, right. You can hear him in faint mumbles, doing whatever more. Sometimes he would pull out a piece of paper, write on it, and then put it back in the pocket
Sounds
before
like a
the
druggie
ink
to
even
me.
has time to dry. Huh?
Sounds like a druggie to me.
Monatria sees you approach and she says, "Well, look at that. My champions have arrived. Just in time." She looks towards her twin is like, "So, Sunalena, shall we show our guests what happens in the Temple of Two?" She looks towards her sister and is like, "Very well, sister. Nostora, Damien, you are hereby excused." And she turns around, and Nostora sort of like goes towards the side, and Damien starts to follow her a little bit as Sunalena goes inside the temple. Um, Monatria looks towards Boreal and Eros, and she's like, "Boreal, Eros, please accompany me. Um, I have a few questions for both Eros and Boreal. I think your mother asked for you a while ago." Boreal does an audible sigh. It's like, do I have to? "Yes, my boy. Unfortunately, um, she has quite the sway. Uh, must be of a very importance if she has to ask for you, while you're clearly supposed to be escorting me." "I suppose so." He then darts towards Nostora again. You can see her shrug her shoulders a little bit. Um, Very well. Um, and Boreal will follow together with Eros, who looks at you. Oh, hey, hello there. I didn't see you all approach. I was writing some stuff in, and then, oh, sorry, I need to go inside. Bye. And you can see him go inside already before he even finishes his sentence. You have been invited.
Boy.
Guess we follow.
What could go wrong?
Precisely, nothing could go wrong.
Now I'll just throw my book.
Time to burn this
I'm
temple
going to
down.
go and take Charles by his hand and be like, "Come on, Charles, let's go together. Come on, come
Aw,
on."
together.
We will stay at the back so we don't raise suspicions. It's just a goat and a man and a book.
Yeah, as you
Who's the worst?
approach Charles, towards your left, you can see Damien eyeing you. He's like, he points his two fingers towards his eye and then points it towards you.
I just shrug. I'm like, I don't want to be here either.
He nods with his
Let's
head
go.
for you to go inside. All right, a few things.
So, anyways, I cast Firestorm.
Ah, yes. So you have invited death.
Hey, Lilia, you want to do that trick in town again?
Yeah. What trick? Singing or what?
No, with the roots.
Oh, I'm not sure if I want to do that. Not sure if I really want to be in a sad situation.
All of us
Okay.
just start
Monatria
fighting
turns around as you all approach inside. Is like, this is the Temple of Two. It is where we find our peace. Whether one would put their faith in Hiatea or in our goddess Sunalena, Saloon. We've always been a one people, but once and she looks towards Sunalena, who also like sort of like downcasts her head. Our mother died. It was difficult for us. You see, our mother was the one who was very powerful. She was able to empower the entire barrier with just her alone. She had the incantations, the innate magic to provide, but now she died, and we don't have the necessary powers to do so. Supposedly, she provided power from both sides, equally. One sun, one moon. But me and my sister do not share that view. We believe that this weakens the barrier. It, it doesn't allow us to push outwards, to take back what was lost. She looks towards Sunalena and finally, after a few years, we have settled our differences. Albeit, I wouldn't say settle, more of like decided on what will go forward. As you also look left and right, you can see a statue of Hiatea on the left and a statue of Saloon on the right. You can see multiple priests bowing, praying, and again, other guards and priests all around, either scrubbing or keeping the temple as squeaky clean as can be. You can see adornments of portraits of both of all the previous priests and priestesses. You can actually see many in a line until they stop where you can see both Sunalena on this wall and Monatria on this one. Let's see. Monatria looks towards you all, and you all helped me, finally make a decision. The priests of the moon will take over the room of the barrier room, and we will provide the energies needed. Of course, this means that the sun will be blocked out, and only the moon will stay in the sky. It is also a reason why my sister was difficult about this. But we have to move forward. Even we, the moon people who prefer stagnation, who prefer to wait, we have waited long enough. And now we are taking the opportunity to finally take back what was ours. She then stops talking and is more of like, has an inquisitive facial feature, almost like, do you have any questions? Anything you don't understand?
So, what exactly does praying do? Is this something that is expected to happen?
Still a place of faith. It is indeed expected that people pray towards our goddesses. It gives us peace. Sunalena also interjects, it gives us purpose. a line to follow.
Why wouldn't you just have circling night and day cycles?
She looks towards Skux. Well, if we had the right incantations, we would. But they died with our mother.
And you didn't have anyone that could cast Speak with Death?
I was about to say the same. Can we just resurrect the mother and ask?
This is
Monatria,
Baldur's Gate, dude.
Monatria sort of like flinches a little bit. Sundalena starts to straighten her back. You will not speak of such vile magics, especially not against the body of my mother. Do I make
So-
myself clear?
He also gives a chuckle in the back.
You
I
can
just
chuckle all
If
you
believe-
we
want.
could dig her up for a little bit.
I don't know it. I don't think it works that way.
I don't think we should.
Well, basically the conversation ends there because Sundalena will have none of it.
Hmm.
It seems your champions are not as good as you thought they would be, sister. Please, Lorena. They are confused. They do not know our customs yet. Be patient.
Mhm.
Customs, they say. Charles becomes worried.
Again, you may ask other questions should you want to.
Hmm.
Okay, Charles will speak up. To be specific, what is our purpose, especially my purpose here?
Boost moraling, helping the morale.
I know that we've gone off on the wrong foot in the beginning, Charles. But there were enough eyes following you that to, I suppose, confirm that you are not as evil as others would make it to be.
I can confirm he's a very good boy. Just a weird book is following him. I told him to burn it.
Considering you've also passed through the barrier here, it does not allow people of evil intent to pass.
There you have it, Sabine. You can
Hmm.
believe in him.
I'm not sure I trust these barriers.
Jesus, stop being so skeptical. I swear to God.
As for your purpose here, well, although the ascension to become a Mosu is technically only allowed to be observed by priests, considering you were the reason that we have this opportunity, I found it appropriate to have you observe and understand more of what is happening.
I see.
Alright.
Well, the preparations are almost done. Me and Sunalena are going to go to our quarters and prepare. You are allowed to roam around, I should say. If you have any questions, just try to find Eros or Boreal, maybe Nostora or Damien. Maybe some priests can help you around. Maybe you could help some people, maybe not. And whatever it is, we will await you in the barrier room. She makes a little bow. Sunalena does not bow this time. She just nods her head and goes towards the exits.
Hey guys, we need to look for a stone.
Talking about, can Charles look for potential emergency exits? Like right in this room?
There are windows everywhere. Not
Okay, so-
open, but there are windows with mosaic features of either a sun or a moon, half crescented full moons or suns in various stages of the day.
And
Yeah.
when I walk to this cliff, did I see if we were on a cliff to be specifically? Like, could we jump out of the windows?
A cliff.
I
When we
could.
talk about
Like-
cliffs, what are you talking about?
Let's say I smash in the window and jump through it. Would I fall to my death then?
No, these are marble floors. This is equal ground level.
Okay.
It's like a
Don't
it looks
worry.
like it's a huge platform.
It looks like a huge. It looks like it's. From the outside, you would think that the temple has stages that go up or down, but in reality, it's kind of like a slope that goes upwards.
That's all right.
Let me. I'm going to draw it really awkwardly in a way that. So. Kind of. Oh, that's the wrong way. Back. And you would be starting here. And as you go further through the temple, you would go all the way towards the top.
Okay.
All right. Both sides are open to you. I would kindly, though, ask that people stay at least in groups of, like, at least two, to not split up too much. Boreal will start to move towards this side, and Eris will go back outside. As Eris goes outside, Nostora comes inside and walks towards the left side, over here.
I would like, before anyone does anything, to just kind of like crouch down, sit down, and I would like to use Druidcraft on the ground and try to feel just how far does this marble construction go. Like, I'm not trying to do anything per se that people would see, but I would like to make a plant grow under the ground so the plant can feel where it hits like the building, like how far away the ground is in case I have to like sprout a huge thing in this building.
Alright.
Like,
When
is the
you
ground
touch-
close? That's the question.
When you touch the ground, well, the marble stone, the first thing that you feel is that everything feels enchanted. Everything is laced with like it exudes magic in a sense. You can imagine that if you want to get magic under it, through the floor in one way or another, you would have difficulty doing so, as this other type of magic would intervene. But how about you roll me an Arcana check to see if you can
Not very arcanous.
smooth your way around it.
I'm stupid as goat, okay?
You,
This is the second time I'm not wanting this fucking
Yeah.
session.
Unfortunately, these marble floors are annoying as heck for you. They disrupt the communication that you try to do with the land. But
I
it
hate
is thin. It is not that thick, regardless of how bad you try to, circumvent it. With a bit more effort, you might be able to burst a small weed out of it, maybe.
No, but I don't want to do that. I just wanted to discern how big is the space in case I have to create a distraction and burst
How
or
big
something.
the space is? Are we talking room space, map
No,
space?
no. Just like, so, as I understand, this is a huge building, right?
It is a huge building,
sort
yeah.
of castle.
Mhm.
From an architecture speaking point of view, when you have a castle, you cannot just plop it on the ground. It has to have like something that goes in the ground, like usually it has lower levels or something that has to anchor it. So I'm trying to understand just how deep is this building and how close is just base earth to where I'm walking right now in case I have to burst something for distraction. It's not I don't want to grow a plant right now, no. I'm just using Druidcraft
Alright.
as a reference.
Right. So when while you did that, yeah, remember when I said that Nostora went inside and was going towards the left side? As she passes through you and you do these things, she stands still, and then turns around. Hmm.
Charles
What?
will position herself in front of Lilia, just in case.
Bodyguard.
Well, he's like, what are we doing?
I
Is
will.
something the matter?
She's a druid, right? Yeah,
She
she's.
is a druid of the flame, though.
I'm going to be. Oh, hello there, Nostora. I was just, you know, we druids sometimes just being far away from our, land. But maybe in your case, fire, I guess. It's sometimes a bit tiring. I just wanted to see how close I was to my plants. I just wanted to see how plants were, doing here. Which technically it's not a lie because I wasn't doing anything. I was just growing a tiny plant under the whole building. That's all.
Well, if you want plants, there is a little garden just after this room.
Okay, that would be great.
All right, let's go, Phaeline. And she takes a little fairy, and the fairy, just like with Damien, turns around and does the same thing, puts her two eyes, and then looks towards you, and then waves goodbye.
Wave back.
Right.
So she sensed me.
She had a faint sensation that Druidcraft was happening around here. Yeah.
Would that be a common thing between druids from different circles that have also different type of crafts? Because she has a whole different type of attunement that I have.
The concept, so if you want to understand, the concept of a druid of the wildfire is more of a spiritual aspect, where they commune with the warmth of the land, the fire, when something burns down from the ashes, something new comes up, rather than they follow a different cycle. A normal druid will follow the cycle of something that dies, it rots, it is absorbed, then it grows into something new.
Yeah.
A druid of the fire, rather than waiting for it to rot, would rather cleanse it completely and then make it rise from the ashes. But druidcraft in general, all druids still work with plants and still work with the same general sense. You wanted to have a general sense of the environment.
Yeah.
She can sort of like follow a small echo. Sort of like.
Gotcha. Okay.
What would everybody like to do? There is a lot for you to potentially do.
Say, Sabine, wanna ask around with the priest?
Which side, though?
I mean, we came here with as the moon champions, so I guess the moon
Kinda.
side would make sense.
Yeah, I guess we could go over to these wee little moon priests and greet them.
Cast-
Hello there.
Cast a fireball or two.
Yeah.
So you three approach those three priests. What do Charles and Lilia do?
Charles has no business here, but he will protect Lilia no matter what. Because he does not trust this shit at all. Random temple of gods he doesn't follow.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Lilia wouldn't really follow God, so she's kind of like a fish out of water, really. Pretty awkward over here. So I guess, did Nostora point me towards a plant direction, like somewhere where the plants were that it's accessible from here, or it's outside?
She pointed towards that side.
That side. Okay, I will take Charlie. It's let's go and check those plants, and then I very obnoxiously wink at him, and maybe something else.
I give a
Alright.
thumbs up.
So, just move your characters towards the entrance that you exit or entrance that you want to.
Who hates us more, the moon or the sun? Actually,
Sun.
who hates you more, Charlie? Moon or sun?
The moon side hates me more.
Okay, let's go to the sun then. Let's go to Nostora.
But I think the sun side hates you more.
Yeah, maybe let's go to the
All right. Okay, so Skux, Peter, and Sabine, you approach 3 praying priests. They're all 3 of them are bowing downwards, prostrating, I think it was, towards towards the statue of Saloon. You can see a beautiful vision of her holding her weapon, like all the way up, with one hand outstretched in a beckoning nature. Oh wow, the first call of the night. 1 second.
I'll be right back.
That sounds very sus out of context. Oh man.
Wait, where did the fawn go?
I'm on the other side of the wall. I'm here.
Oh.
I was on the other side of the I presume this is where we are supposed to go. To investigate, you know? Like we are spies.
Yes.
Super
We are
spies.
investigating. I mean, I'm just looking for exits, potential exits, and other ways to escape.
Yes, I can make a tunnel for us. Go. Magical tunnel.
And I look at Bordio, I look him into the eyes. I know you from somewhere.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, it was a reservation. So, um, let's see. Oh, why did that stop? Huh.
God, can I reserve a table for 6?
Sure. What day?
Today?
We're closed.
Fuck.
Um, and you can hear all 3 of them praying towards their goddess.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Come back.
Come back.
Bubba.
So yeah, like I said,
Very
you see 3 priests praying towards their goddess. What do you do as you approach them?
We greet them. Hello there.
The other 2 keep praying and supposedly ignore you, or maybe they just didn't hear you on purpose, or like didn't hear you. But the middle one stops praying, twists its head a little bit, and goes up, and then like sort of like cleans their robes a little bit. Yes. Why are you interrupting our prayers?
Why, we're the chosen ones of the moon.
Well, I wouldn't say chosen. You might be favored by Monatria, but that does not mean that everybody has to share that opinion. I stayed by my first question. Why are you interrupting my prayers?
Peter, you're better with magic. You interrogate him.
Oh my goodness.
You are a detective.
Okay.
I don't do
So-
well with the magic stuff.
But you're a magic caster yourself anyways.
It is not really magic. It is ranger skills.
It's literally magical.
Not the
Anyway.
same as a fireball.
Yes, but you can literally sprout horns from the ground. Don't tell me that's normal.
That's
trap.
nature.
Anyways, we have some questions about some magics involved and why some magics weren't involved, let's say, in securing information from deceased person.
You made it sound so eloquent.
I'll allow you to remake that question.
Like even I did not understand what the fuck he was asking for a second. I was like, what? Sorry.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
Did you have a stroke?
Yes. The
Maybe.
investigator got out of him.
Well, pat him on the back and be. It's all right,
Nice.
brother. It's all right.
Fuck you guys. I'm bad at making questions. We didn't really come here with a plan, did we?
Tell us about your goddess.
Sure, tell us about your goddess.
So you're just asking him to just talk about their goddess. That's just what you asked.
Basically.
Uh,
Well,
yeah,
there
sure.
is much to say about Saloon. You'll have to be more specific.
For God's sake.
Basic rundown.
The basic rundown. I mean,
Give us bullet points.
Bullet points. Come on.
Right now.
all right, very well. I'll just give you the link to the wiki. Have fun.
Yeah, I think we got places to be.
No, okay.
Well, I really need a bit more specific, because otherwise I'm going to have a giant paragraph of explanation about the moon goddess. But basically, he talks about her being a greater deity. She has existed since the long past, even in times of ancient Netheril. She represents the moon, the stars. She represents navigation, dreams. Some less favorable creatures sometimes even venerate her, like lycanthropes or werewolves.
Uh-oh.
I've heard stories that she sometimes as well helps many in their union, in love and in marriage. Well,
That's amazing. Can I also ask you about any forbidden magic around here? And about your customs?
What the
So
fuck?
I know what to avoid.
those are very extreme questions. Well, it is generally not proven of that necromancy is used on each other uh, for negative, uh, for evil purposes. Um, one can help one heal, which is still attributed to a necromantic magic, but other than that, it is absolutely forbidden to do any form of necromancy on the deceased.
So even speaking with dead is out of the question?
Completely out of the question. Those who have died, and they should be laid to rest.
I see.
Well, if there isn't anything else for you to ask, I'm going to continue our prayers. You can roll me an insight check while he turns around, Peter.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You can see that during his explanation, he sometimes glanced towards the other side, at the other three priests who were praying towards the Hiatea statue. He sort of like makes a snide face, not towards you, but towards those as he turns around and starts and continues praying.
Huh. Interesting. I will whisper that to my comrades. Uh, this priest was making snide faces against the other priests. What do you make of that, Sabine and Skarks?
Say again. Sorry, I got distracted.
This priest we were just talking to were making snide faces towards the other priests.
They don't take us serious.
Haven't they been at odds with each other ever since we came?
I mean, yeah, but this is a temple of worship. Why would they do that here? Unless they have hidden agenda.
Which they do, because they're gonna turn it into eternal night.
Which is pretty cool, actually. Don't you think so, Sabine?
I like the night. I can hide in
See?
it.
Yeah, night is great. Makes fireballs more flashy.
Kill mom.
Everyone knows that sunny day improves the damage of fire spell.
That's not how that works.
Well, it dries things up, right?
It's a Pokemon thing,
It's a,
I'm afraid.
it's a Pokemon reference, yes.
Hmm.
Right, unless you want to give scene towards Lilia or Charles, do you want to do anything else?
I don't really know what else to do.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay,
So,
we'll go towards Lilia and Charles. As you exit that way, you will already see Boreal just nigh go inside the next room. And just as Nostora told you, Lilia, as you look left and right, you will see, rather than walls, you will see these are kind of like fences lower. On the other side, you can see trees of various colors and sizes. Um, the ones who are like on the moon side almost have like an autumn uh, condition to them, while the ones on the sun side are on the autumn condition, while the one on the moon side seem a bit more young, as if they just started sprouting. A tad bit smaller, but already have the green on them. And there is grass, there is ground, but like I said, it goes a bit more upwards as you keep going forward.
Oh, so it's like a hill.
Yeah, like I drew a while ago.
Oh, right. Lilia will just jump tiles and go forward.
As you jump tiles, this priest over here turns around and goes like, "Hey!"
Yes, and I turn around slowly and jump toward him.
you jump. You seem new here. I haven't seen you before. What are your businesses here?
I'm a druid, and I am here with my party of friends, and we have fought very valiantly in the name of our what was her name again? Monathria? Monathria, right? No. Tsunelena? I forgot which one are we actually supposed.
Monatria.
I
He's
didn't
squint.
know everyone.
He squints his eyes and is like, "Ugh, outsiders." In any case, you have a druidic energy around you, don't you? I can feel it.
As I just shake my head and my mushroom go like wiggle wiggle. Yeah, what? Give it away.
Can you help me with something?
Oh yeah,
He
sure.
points towards the center, and now that you're closer towards this side, you actually do notice that the ground where these trees are on is not the same type as the ones that are on the side.
Oh.
There is something wrong here. It's as if there is something is sapping away the energy there.
Can
He points towards there. Me and my opposite associate, as he points towards the opposite side, there was another priest over there trying to
I
like
wave?
give. He doesn't wave back. He's like trying to give water to the trees over there, but you can see that these trees, as you go closer, they're actually withering a little bit. They're struggling. And it is difficult for them to survive. Um, you've heard about trees that if there is a scarcity in nutritions and water in the ground, trees start to fight over those types of nutritions until they sprout out their roots in such a way that they block off the other trees from growing deeper to get those nutrients. And you have a belief that those two trees from both the left and the right side are fighting each other for it.
Oh, okay.
You can already deduce that without rolling anything.
Because I'm a majestic druid. Thank you, and I swish my hair mentally. So I'm going to go like, are you also a fellow druid, my friend?
Hmm.
Is
Well,
the
do you know what's wrong with them? What's
I
wrong with
mean,
the ground?
well, you see, in nature, trees usually don't grow that close together. There's usually a space between them because they need space for water and nutrition like we need it. So I think that the fact that there is such a saturation, or like there are some, I think I'm using way too fancy words for the goal that are supposed to be, but there are too many trees here, you see, and they are competing with each other. Kind of a bit like you and your friends over that side. You know how you bitter all the time and like just beat each other? That's what the trees are doing. They are taking from you. Maybe you should be nicer with each other.
The priest looks at you impassively. I see. So we
I
kill their trees.
I mean, it's just like her ears just flop. I mean, that is a way of putting it, but a better
Understood. Suddenly
way.
he takes
No.
out a gun.
I could possibly try to use my magic to make them grow, but this will not solve the problem. It would be better to either thin the plants or leave them more space. Maybe move them in the back. And I point because I don't see trees in the other side. So I was like, maybe moving them on the other side and leaving this with flower bushes.
See.
It's 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 a
Huh.
conflict again, like
Yeah,
between the people of these two cities. Maybe you should
that may
come to
be.
a resolution.
Well, I certainly don't want to undo any trees on my side. How about
Can
you
I?
go to that other side and convince him to take out one of his trees? If you manage to convince him, I'll reward you.
I mean, either that or you just put in different plans. Like, how hard can it be?
He
I'm
look
thinking I
he
can't
looks at you, he scoffs, and then looks towards Lilia.
It's like I can't really make a tree just go walk out of the earth, can I? I can talk with it, but I don't think I can move it myself.
If you roll a persuasion good enough, maybe.
I'm not. No, you fool. I'm not stating that you have to get the tree out. I'm asking for you to go to that fool over there, and he motions towards the priest, and tell him that the issue is that because he has placed too many trees here, they need to go.
Ah, so he has to talk with the tree. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I can talk to them, though. I feel like. Oh wait, there are trees on this side, aren't they? They are just the same color as the grass, so I didn't see them.
These trees are fine. All
So
over
there.
here.
Oh, okay, okay.
These trees over here are fine. It's just the center one over here.
Okay, so before I do that, but like you have exactly the same amount of trees as far as I can sense. So technically speaking, it would be better if both of you would just give up one tree each, or a few.
Out of
Each.
the question. I refuse.
Why are you so angry at each other? Like,
Angry at each other.
I
Isn't
mean,
that? Hmm?
sorry, I mean, like, the people of the moon and the people of the sun. I'm new. You obviously pointed out that I'm a foreigner a few moments ago. It's like, why do you hate each other so much? Why can there be no peace between you people? Weird ass people.
There was peace before. But then they had to.
Exactly, there was peace before.
Yes, there was peace before. Until our Mosu was murdered.
Oh, she was. Well, I thought she just died of old age.
That's
So
what
she
they all
didn't feel
say.
sick.
She was in perfect health. And then suddenly she's no longer there. They say that she was that she was that she died of natural causes. Nobody believes that. Clearly, one of them at the sun side killed her, so that they could ascend Sunalena as a Mosu. It clearly failed, as we are the ones that are going to ascend. And now the only other explanation is that we're slowly going to rat them out.
I
Very
see.
friendly to each other.
Maybe she just fall down the stairs and hit her head. That's natural causes, you know. It's like by herself. No one, you know.
Listen, you strange little
Good
thing.
goblin.
You wanna help? Then help. But if you're gonna start spouting nonsense, then just be on your way. You want a reward? Tell the other one to get the trees out of the goddamn land for me. Otherwise, be on your way.
Lilia is very tempted to just conjure all the plants around her. Just make them beat the fucking living shit out of him.
Your character, your choices.
I'm thinking. I'm not saying anything. I'll be like, very well. And I'll just turn around with my like tail up and just like, whatever. Come, Charlie. Let's go. Just take Charlie's hand and walk away.
You're a lost lady.
Charles will decide a quick second to not cast Ray of Sickness on this tree.
It's okay. Later on, they will feel.
You know what, Charles? Okay.
Oh my God!
Sure,
No,
no problem.
I took him.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw. Actually, a pretty good idea.
Oh, Charles.
But he can't. I have one of his hands.
Still one hand left. Oh, a natural one.
Oh my god.
Time for an execution.
It was meant to be.
I want you to tell me what tree was it exactly that you were. This one.
I was standing here and I was like out of sight, trying to like nick it into one of its roots.
And what spell were you going to do?
Ray of Sickness.
Show me description of Ray of Sickness.
Oh my God.
I love jinxing myself. I believe
Wanna
it's
see
a
it when
level
it
1
burns.
spell. Yeah.
That's a sad roll.
That's a very sad roll.
Can
We
you
hate
upcast it,
necromancy,
please?
Carlos.
That's the
Yeah.
book doing.
I love the fact that they hate necromancy.
Why is
Challenge
Ray
that goes-
not capital R?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh god, yeah, I'm getting triggered by this. 1 second, going to Charlie's.
Oh, it have 2 rays of sickness.
What?
Oh,
How does
doing
this
some
happen?
strange behind the scene thing here.
It's a
No.
small ray.
See, I have the small ray of sickness and I have big ray of sickness.
This one is with capitals. Remove the other one.
Why? Okay, I removed the other one.
This one even deals more damage because it's capital R.
Damn.
Anyways,
How do I remove it though?
wait, you close this, and then below there is a little like a lock icon, and if you do that, then you just click on the, yeah, and then it's gone.
Nice. Gone.
Alright. Well, you cast it on the tree. As first of all, you feel the idea that you had as just Charlie, doing or not doing. Everybody has thoughts that happen